fourth Sunday here as your interim pastor. So, how do you think we're doing?
Good.
Oh, I got 2 thumbs up from Karen. So, perhaps it's a little too soon to decide. And for those of you who read the staff track, I posted a couple weeks ago about what it is between pastor, interim pastor, and congregation. In holy baptism, we are called by the promises of God into a relationship of faith toward God and love toward one another. The relationship finds expression in our gathering as congregations of the church to hear God's word, eat and drink at the Lord's table, and minister to the needs of our community and God's world. As Lutheran congregations, we call pastors to lead and assist in our ministry, to teach, abolish, refute, and us according to the gospel, to counsel, comfort, and guide us in the love of God, and to oversee the events and activities of our common life. The interim period between former pastors leaving and a new pastor's coming affords us the opportunity to reflect on our past, evaluate our present, and dream toward our future as God's people. Covenant, something that we commit to as people and as interim. The prophet Jeremiah, in our first reading, talks about covenant and how covenant has been broken with God and the people, although God says that they were in a committed relationship. As we look at society, we look around and see how broken things have happened in lives, in communities, in trust. But God says here He will make a new covenant and will make it even stronger than before. I will write it on their hearts, and they shall know that I am their God, and they shall be my people. Covenant relationships, when made, we acknowledge them, claim them, and that can be so powerful in our lives. Again, I hope that you read JT and Samantha's faith statements and their covenant relationship that began when their families brought them to the pond to be baptized, and their journey to who they are today. How they see that covenant as being important to their lives, as we should, all of us. When they were baptized, it was not made only with their parents and sponsors, but with the whole faith community, that we are in relationship with them. I remember my mother in her church at Messiah Lutheran in Springfield, Missouri. She took those baptismal vows to heart. And so when they said, as a community of faith, do you affirm and are you going to raise these children, help their parents and sponsors in nurturing their faith? She would always say amen to that. And then when the little kids were acting up in church, she would go and say, I was there the day you were baptized, and I made a commitment. And don't think I'm not going to take it seriously. And she did. When she saw them, she would talk to them, ask them about how they were doing, about their Sunday school and activities that they were involved in. When my mother died a couple of years ago, I had mothers from the congregation come up to me and say, I really appreciated your mom coming and telling my children that. Sometimes it frightened them to know she was watching so carefully, but it really meant so much that not only did the parents and sponsors care about them and their journey of faith, but she did too, and she made note of it. In our gospel reading for today, we hear from John's gospel. Jesus said, if you continue in my word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. When Jesus talks in John's gospel especially about the word, he is talking about himself, because he is God's living word, and he touches people's lives those 95 theses on the Wittenberg church door. He did so out of a committed relationship with God's living Word, Jesus Christ. It was never Luther's intent to start a new church, a new denomination, but to reform the Roman Catholic Church. Yet here we are, 500 plus years later. The Church of Christ is still in need of reforming, to be inspired and to enlighten, to renew the covenants constantly in our relationship with God and our relationship with each other. One of the things I like about our covenant as pastor and people is the opportunity to reflect on our past, evaluate our present, and dream toward the future as God's people. Think about the past. You guys have been around for a long time. There's been good things and there's been bad things, and there's been struggles, but there's also been great joy. And as we look at our present, think of all the things that we are able to do. The amazing things. When I open the bulletin and see all the activities that are going on, we are connected. We are reaching out. We are trying to be God's living Word in this place, in this space, and beyond. And as we look to the future, let's dream dreams. Let's dream big dreams so that we can see where God is calling us. And we can renew our covenant and our relationship in ways that are just powerful and outstanding. One of my favorite hymns is The Church of Christ in Every Age, and especially the last verse. We have no mission but to serve, in full obedience to our Lord, to care for all without reserve, and spread God's liberation word. The liberating, living Word of God, Creator, Jesus Christ our Lord. So on this Reformation Sunday, let us stand and embrace the God who came to us in flesh and blood, Jesus Christ, who desires to be in relationship with us and desires to strengthen our relationships with our family, with all our siblings like JT and Samantha, who on this day will profess their faith and renew the covenant that began at their baptism. It's a new chapter in their lives. It's a new chapter in our lives. And some days it may seem more challenging than others, but living a life in a relationship that binds us together as siblings is a powerful one. May we rejoice at this good news. And let the people say, Amen.